Do you guys hear that? You guys hear that sound? Yeah, that's the sound of being financially free and doing whatever the hell you want to do whenever the hell you want to do it. Today, we're going to talk about financial freedom and why it works for you and why it's going to work for you and why you need to be more concerned about it than ever before. All right, guys, let's get into this video. Full disclosure, I want to get into a little bit something that's near and dear to me. I own my own business. I've said it a million times. I have no 401k. I have nothing backing me up. I've got to make all that up on my own. As many business owners, especially if you own one, you understand where I'm at, is that I didn't save anything because I put everything into my business for the last 7 years. So my savings account was literally zero about 2.5 years ago. And we got a little bit of a kickstart, which I'm not even going to go into in this video. But how do you make how do you make yourself financially free and make these decisions going forward to doing what you want to do in the life you want to live and the time you want to live it? First off, we got to figure out what being financially free even means. I've looked up 3 articles that I really liked, and I'm going to give you an overview of what each article went. I will also put the link down in the description to each article, okay? So you can look those up there as well. MoneyFit does a great job at kind of summarizing this up. Having a nice savings account, having enough cash on hand to do what you desire in life, and finally having some sort of financial investments. The second article is brought to us by US News in their money section. I thought this article was good because it did a very good job of summing it up early and what most people think about when they think of financial freedom. The first thing is going to be retire early. Although I'm going to go over that in a separate video and why I think that's a little bit of BS, but retire early, I can understand what people are saying here and what they're talking about. But retire early is number 1. Number 2 is paying your bills over so they're ready to go and you're not paying as much as long. So it's being able to pay extra money on your bills. I can see that being a viable option as well. Finally, their third point was having a legitimate emergency fund. If anything pops up emergency wise, you're ready to go. You got it covered. Forbes, I thought, did the best job. This Forbes article was phenomenal. If you read any one of these articles, I suggest the Forbes one. The Forbes article said financial freedom is being able to do what you want to do simply when you want to do it. And I agree. Don't we all agree with that? All right, guys, let's go ahead and get into what the crypto boys think of financial freedom. We think of financial freedom as being doing what you want to do when you want to do it, just like Forbes said, but having no bills. It's getting rid of your bills. Think if you made the money you make right now, but had no bills, had no monthly payment, you didn't have no car payment, you were a little bit smarter when you bought your groceries or whatever it may be, even though we spend a ton on groceries, but you were able to cut down your bills so much that you could live financially free. The only way to do that is to earn, and you've got to earn different income streams. 2, 3, and 4 different income streams is going to make you financially free. Now, I already know the naysayers are coming out to Colin. It's impossible to do that. I'm already 55 years old. It's never too late to start. You've just got to be able to look a little bit into the future of where you want to end. If you don't start today, every day you push it off, it's going to be further down the road from your financial success and the freedom you want to have. I'm telling you that right now, that no matter how long you wait, it's going to be too late. It's going to be later than the day you started. You have to start now, even if that's just writing some crap down on a piece of paper and realizing, hey, I at least have ideas down. It's out of my brain. It's on paper. I can see it. I can read it. That is extremely important to step 1. Step 2 is going to be buying back your time. Everybody wants their time back because you're soon going to realize no matter how rich you are, no matter how much money you have saved, no matter how cool you think you are, everybody's time's going to come. You're going to have a risk, and the risk of life is going to be, guess what? You're not going to make it through it. How do you want to spend that life, and how do you want your minutes to add up? That's going to be all a part of your financial success and getting yourself some freedom. So let's define financial freedom a little bit more. But however, before I do that, why don't you guys go ahead and like this video and subscribe to the channel. The Crypto Boys are lighting it up. We've got a great channel rolling, and we appreciate if you guys subscribe. Back to the video. Financial means monetary. You've got to have some money. You've got to have some investments flowing. You've got to have something to where you're putting something aside. You're making some decisions based on you getting more money and more investments. That's where we're going to go and over earn here in a little bit. Freedom. You want to do what you want to do. It is that simple. Don't make it any more difficult than that. I would like to add, you can have all the freedom as you want and still be totally broke and be happy. And you can work every single hour of the day and be rich as hell and still be happy. And you can be sad doing both of them as well. So understand that it's not always cause and effect, and it's not always way up here and way down here. You've got to find the middle ground of what you truly want to do, and you have to ask yourself that and answer it honestly. And that could change over time as well. I know mine has. Newsflash, living to your retirement and living for retirement is not financial freedom, because you just had 40 years of lockup of doing what you were told to do by your boss or whatever that may be to get yourself to 60 years old to then maybe start spending your money. And really now the average age of retirement is like 65 to 68 years old. Think of that. So now you're going to have about 10 to 11 years left before the average death to live your life. You live your entire life for 11 years. That's a little sketchy to me, and that is why we're doing this video ultimately, is how do you get there a little bit quicker? It's earning. I hate to tell you this, but it's not saving your $3 and $5 cup of coffee. Can that save you in the long run if you do it for a while, especially if you start early? Absolutely. But the bottom line is you have to be bringing in more money than you're earning. That's not just from your regular job. Can you work your butt off and creep up the financial or creep up the corporate ladder and keep rolling with your job? Absolutely. There's nothing wrong with that. But I'm saying if you want financial freedom earlier, you have to earn more money from different places. That is simply the only way to do it, unless you get some massive inheritance, which, newsflash, not many people have anymore. Am I right? And I would say the biggest thing for me and even my wife, what we decided is financial freedom is more about the freedom part. Financially, we'll make work what we got to make work. Part of the reason why we do the CryptoBoys is come on here and help you guys kind of realize what's potential out there and what you could be looking for. But 2 to 4 weeks off a year and not going anywhere because your boss tells you no is not being free at all. And being free is half the battle to becoming financially free. My wife and I, there's no surprise, we like to travel. Okay, we haven't bought a present. This is no joke. You can ask her. We have not bought a present for each other in 7 years. Not a Christmas present, not a bouquet of flowers, not chocolates, not a birthday present, nothing. I haven't bought her jack crap in 7 years. You know why? Because every time we made this decision 7 years ago, every time we think about buying something for each other, we put it into our travel fund. And that's what we want to do. And our travel fund grows, and grows. And then we just go on vacations. We go on 2, 3, 4 vacations a year because that's what we want to do. And you don't have to want to travel. I talked to someone in my gym the other day who's very, very well versed in what he wants to do and what he wants to have. Him and his family want a big house. They want a little bit more time while they're here with their family, and they don't want to travel all that much. They want 1 or 2 big vacations a year, but that's it. The whole traveling aspect, it doesn't bite them right now. They have different things going on, which I totally understand, and I applaud. That's awesome. That's not what Jesse and I would choose to do, but that's okay. But what he wants is a nice big house. What he's going to have to do is find other ways to earn, because until he does, he's going to be doing what he's stuck doing until he's 59 and a half, maybe even over, if he wants to really eventually get to the place he wants to be to pay off that big house. So how do you do that? Again, you have to earn more money. I don't care what it is. If it's you want to buy more expensive clothes, you want an expensive car, you want to, you don't want to travel the whole world. But let's say you want to go out to eat all the time. You want to go out to the bars. You do want those $3 to $5 coffees because you love them. Well, you're going to have to earn more money, because earning the same amount of money is going to get you stuck in the same place, especially as inflation rises. Your dollar's becoming worth less and less. Hence crypto. Not to throw any crypto references out, except for the big sign in the back. So whatever your vice is, I don't care. Any of the crap I just went over before, you're going to have to make a decision on how do I earn more money so I can pay for these things. First off, I want to preference this by saying to be financially free, it's not going to be for everyone because there's so many risks involved. Yes, you're going to have to take a risk. I just posted something to my Instagram a few weeks ago that was about taking risks. And that's really what started this video, is that you have to be willing to take risks. If you're not willing and you're unwilling to take risks, you will never get to the financial freedom spot you want to get to. If that's crypto, investing is risky. Try not investing. I mean, you can't make money that way by keeping it in the bank. You are losing money every single day. Your money just sits in the bank. How about starting that new business that you want to start up? You've got to be able to look 5 years in advance. That's what the CryptoBoys are doing. We're looking 5 years out. We're going to hit it hard every single day, every single hour, every single chance we get for 5 years out. What are you looking at changing? Because in 5 years, there's a whole lot you can change, but you've got to stay dedicated. That's the problem, is that people quit early. You guys have all seen those memes where the guy's like digging, right? He's digging as far as he can through all this dirt, and he's about 1 centimeter away from the gold or the diamond or whatever it is he wants, but he quits because he's been doing it for 5 years, but he needed to go 5 years in one day. That's what I'm saying that you've got to be willing to do and take these risks. You've got to be able to risk your family time. Your family time is going to go down. It's going to be 4 a.m.s. It's going to be 7:30 p.m.s. And then you're going to be working until 10 p.m. Your Netflix, it's gone. You're not going to be able to watch it as much unless you're training for an Ironman. In that case, that's all you do. But neither here nor there, your Netflix is gone, not because I want you to save the money, because I need you to save the time. I don't give a crap about your money being saved on a Netflix subscription. I don't care. I care about you saving the time so you can put it and allocate it to the resource that's going to give you, $6,000-$7,000 extra a month, or even $1,000 extra a month. Start small, go ahead and get bigger, but it's going to take you time to be able to get there. It's going to cost you your weekends. It's going to cost you your relationships. It might even cost you some friends. Those are things that you've got to be willing to give up to eventually get to the earning spot you want to get to, so you have your freedom and you have your financial success that you've wanted to get to. And I'm not saying quit your job at all. I'm saying this is an addition to, and eventually if you're able to quit your job down the road and be able to do something full time, that's great. That's icing on the cake, but it shouldn't be your main goal. Just I'm 100% quitting my job. Why don't you just get something started, get it flowing, and get it rolling, get the ball rolling down the hill, find something you love to enjoy to do, and then you can go ahead and think about bigger and further steps as you go. There are kids making millions and millions of dollars by dancing like crap on their phones. They are dancing like crap on their phones now, and they're making millions of dollars. There are people that are just going like this after someone does something stupid, and he's making millions of dollars. You can literally do anything. It has never been easier to become financially free ever in our entire lives than it is right now at this second, at this stage of our life. Right now, we have the internet. We have a lot of people and advertisers and all these people that are willing to pay you money on the internet, and you can easily go make an extra side hustle that's going to pay you $1,000, $2,000, $3,000 a month on the side of what you're already doing. I do want to throw this out here just very quickly, is that the risks aren't going to be for everybody. They're not going to be for every single person, because some people don't want to take these risks, and they're okay with the 2 to 4 weeks, and they're okay with their median job, and they're okay with their okay house, and they're okay with being okay. That's completely fine. There's nothing wrong with that. I'm not shitting on those people, because that's 90% of the people who there are, and they don't want to put in the extra time and the extra work to get to the financial freedom at the time they want to be. They want to just do it when they're 60, which is completely fine. Again, some risks are going to have to be taken. You're going to have to do things with your time and your money that you probably don't want to do, that you may lose it all, and you're going to have to build it back up. But that is something that you've got to be willing to say, okay, I'm down, let's get it done. How I want to end this video is, regardless of what financial freedom means to you, it really doesn't matter. You are the only one who can decide what that means for you. For me and my wife, it's going to mean traveling. It's going to mean traveling with our kids. It's going to mean traveling without our kids. It's going to mean going a bunch of places when we're young, we feel good, and we look good. That's simple. That's what we want to do. Doesn't mean it has to be you. Here's what I will say, and I think I can speak for all of us in this realm. Does your financial freedom and does your life begin at the age of 60? All right, guys, that's all I got for you. I'm going to leave you on that cliffhanger for now. We always appreciate you guys rocking with the Crypto Boys. We really do. Like and subscribe. Hit that bell notification if you would for us. And until next time, you are rocking with the fittest crypto channel on YouTube. I'm out.